In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 upcoming features for email marketing automation for WordPress, and this plugin is called FluentCRM. This is a very powerful plugin and I can't wait to show you all these upcoming features. But before we get started, I'd like to remind you that if you buy FluentCRM using my affiliate link, you get 20% off if you use coupon code MAK, and also you get a bonus course that teaches you how to use FluentCRM so you don't spend a lot of time trying to work out how it works. All right, so without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in and let's take a look at the first upcoming feature for FluentCRM. Okay, so over here I'm in my dashboard, so let's take a look at the email editor itself. So I'm going to come over here now to emails, click on all campaigns. So what has changed here really is the interface. So the update here really is the drag and drop, because when WordPress updated to the latest version, which included drag and drop on the blocks, this is now also available in our email editor. So if I come over here, let me just show you quickly how to do that. So let's say I need to add something. I can just click here on this plus button. So before I show you the drag and drop, also here, we were limited to how many blocks we see here, but now they've added this browse all, which means you can see all these blocks in one go. All you have to do is to scroll through them and basically you have them all here. Now the drag and drop is also pretty much drag and drop. You can just drag it over here like that, and that's your button. So now you can add, your text, and then you can do the rest, cut the customizations and everything over here. And you can also add your link over here as normal. And this is what we used to do before. There's also another block that was added here, and this block is to do with tables. Let me show you quickly how that works. So I'm going to click here on this plus. And here's our table here. So I'm going to select it. So you can specify your columns. So let's say we're going to go with 4 and 3 here. Create table. And now you can add all your values in here. Okay, so I just made up a table here. I know this information doesn't really make sense, but I'm just showing you how you can play around with this. Over here, we have our fixed width table cell. So you can add this like that. So everything becomes now fixed. And also we have a different way of actually showing our table here. So by just selecting the stripes, now we have this different layout. So we can still go in and add all our numbers in here, just like that, and so on. But this is just basically used for showing all your data on your email. All right, so let's move on to the next item. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the email sequencing reporting. Now, this wasn't there before. This allows us to go deeper and see the stats of how our email sequences are performing. Let me show you how that works. Okay, so let me just save this for now. So right here, I have my test sequence. So if I go into my test sequence here, it's going to show us this information. Now, this is what was in the previous version, but now in the upcoming version, if you click here on sent or opened, this is now going to show you some more stats. So as you can see, this will show you the name, the email, the actions. And if you click here, this will also show you how many have actually clicked. So this is actually allowing us to drill deeper into our stats to really see what is happening so that we can apply more tweaks in the future. So the next upcoming feature is one of my favorite. In fact, you know what? Let me show you how it works. So over here on automations, if I click here on create new automation, let's give it a name. So I'm just going to call this test. Now this automation is going to be based on, say, WooCommerce. Okay. I'm going to select my new order here. So I want this automation to start when there's a new order. So I'm going to target my product and I'm going to say free video. So let's say this is the free product, right? And once I have this all selected, I'm going to hit save settings. So this is where the excitement starts now, because what I can do now is I can actually click on my next option here and go to my conditions. So this conditional logic here is so powerful that it allows us to create even more sophisticated funnels. So here I'm going to check if the contact purchased a specific product. So if I come over here, and I'm going to say the specific product is product 1. So I need to check if they've purchased product 1. Hit save settings. Okay, so now we can now decide what we need to do over here if the person has not purchased product 1. So here we can say, you know what, let's send them an email with a coupon code, for example. So let's go to our custom email here. So let's label this special offer. Okay, so this is a special offer email, and here we're going to give them a coupon code, perhaps for 20. And then over here, we're going to save settings. Okay, great. So now we can continue on and add even more items, maybe wait 1 day like that. And then after 1 day, we could send another email to remind them that they have a special offer. Now over here on the right, we could say, okay, so if they've purchased this product, what we need to do is to say, apply a tag. And the tag is going to be product 1, save settings. Now, let's say there isn't much that you really want to do over here. So what we can do is to add an action, but this time I am going to end this funnel here. Now, this is one of the really cool thing here, because if we didn't have this option here to end the funnel here, it was going to continue here to the next step if we had other options over here. So we could say has selected tags and then continue on with this funnel. But because this one is ending here, that means once this action is done, boom, that's done. Nothing happens after this. So as you can see, this logic here really changes the way we make our funnels. So this one here is specific for WooCommerce. It checks to see if someone has purchased a specific product, and if they haven't, you can then send them specific emails based on their status on your website. So as you can see, this is very powerful for anyone selling products online. So does that mean that FluentCRM only works with WooCommerce? Absolutely not. It also works with LearnDash and also other products and services like Lifter LMS, Wishlist Member, and so on. So let me show you another way that you can actually use this automation. So over here now, I've created my automation funnel, and this one now is going to be based on our CRM. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start this, but it's going to be based on tags. So I'm going to say tag applied, continue, and choose my tag here. So I'm going to say, if this person is interested in, say, FluentCRM, now this is my tag, save settings. I can then now choose my conditions. So I can then choose here tags, and I can say, okay, you know what? Let me choose my tag. So if bought FluentCRM, what needs to happen next? So on this label here is also a great idea that you go in and really type what is happening. So I could say customer bought FluentCRM, save settings. So now you can see clearly that here a customer bought FluentCRM. What do we need to do next? So if they haven't bought it, you can add your action over here, just like what I did in the previous steps. So you can choose whatever action it is, wait a day or cancel, sequence emails. You can add, remove tags, and so on. And if they've actually bought FluentCRM, you can then take them through a totally different funnel over here on the right. So it also works with, say, LearnDash, with LearnDash or Lifter LMS or even Tutor LMS. You could say once someone completes a course, and then you can give the options yes or no on either side. And then you can go in and say, if they have, then upgrade them to another course, maybe perhaps give them a discount. So there's so many options, and pretty much they are limitless. Your creativity here is going to allow you to create amazing stuff and also test them. And while we're on that topic, there's also a way of seeing how these funnels are performing with the reporting. So let me show you where that is. So we can come over here on the stats, and this will show us what is happening throughout our automation here, which is fantastic. So let's say you could see that, okay, you know what, over here on this step, nothing is really happening here. The open rate or the action here is not really, working. You can go in and start tweaking it, which is brilliant. So another way of taking a look at your stats is to go to the actual funnels. So for example, here you see we have reports. So I could click here on reports, and this goes deeper now and shows us what's happening. So this is a chart report. This is also a step report. Now, this is actually a new feature, and this is the email analysis. So this will tell you how your emails are performing over here. Okay. So let's say you want to see how many people you've sent this to. You can click over here. If you want to see how many people have clicked, you can just click on this little icon here, and pretty much this shows you everything that is happening on your site. So as you can see, this is very powerful. So there's also a question that I asked the CEO of FluentCRM, and that is, if I were to create my funnels now, my brand new funnels, what happens to the current users on my website? And the answer to that is nothing happens to the current users, because these automations are triggered by either the tags or something new that's going to happen on your funnel. So if there are already people on your website, they will not be triggered in any way to take on the automation options, but they will just stay as they are. But anyone new that comes through that sequence, then all the automations are going to take place. Okay, let's move on to our next upcoming feature. Now, this is an improvement to smart links. So over here, to get to smart links, you need to go into the settings. So I'm going to come over here to smart links. So here on smart links, there's a few things you can do. So if I click here, you can see now that we have some tags here. And if we go in, we have even more options. So we can actually remove tags based on what is happening here on our smart links. So this is a feature that we did not have before. So let's say someone was tagged interested in FluentCRM. We can also say, you know what, when they click something here, we want to apply. So we could say, okay, now that they're interested in FluentCRM, maybe remove them from another tag. So this is an update that was just also added, and it's also coming up very, very soon. Now, the next item here is also very exciting, because this is where we get to assign user roles. And it is right here on managers. So over here on managers, I don't have people here. So I can click here on add new manager. So here you're going to need the manager's email address. Okay. So before you can start using this, you need to get the manager's email address. But you know what could be cool is to actually come over here, click this drop down, or if you start typing, it will start showing you all the emails so you can easily find them. So anyway, let me show you how to do that. So I'll come over here to my contacts. And right now I only have one contact. So I'm going to copy this email here. And then I'm going to add a new manager, paste the email address in here. So this is where we need to decide what we are going to do here. So do we want to give them a CRM dashboard? Do we also want them to read the emails, the contacts, read the automation? So you can choose basically what you need the manager to do over here. So once you've added everything here, you need to go in and confirm. And then once confirmed, when they log in, that's the information that they see. But there's also one step you need to do, and that is to come over here to the users and make sure that you've assigned them that specific role. So I'm going to come over here to all users, and there's only going to be just me here, because the other one was not confirmed. That's why it's not showing. But what you would need to do here is to hit edit, and then you need to assign the role. So over here, you want to make sure that you assign them the role. So in this case, I've added jack@mankita.co.com, and let's say this is an editor. We'll add him here. So now we can see that this is an editor. So back over here now, they will have, this person here will have access to all of this. And once you're happy with that, you can go in and hit confirm, and pretty much it's all done. Now, what is also cool here is you can see here all these permissions that we have here. So let's say you want to come over here and update. You can always come in and add or remove any items that you may not need. So these are the upcoming updates to FluentCRM. As you can see, they are really quite powerful. I will be creating a lot of tutorials showing you use case examples of FluentCRM and how you can start applying them to your current websites. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you still have any questions, please let me know in the comments box below, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.